Next question comes in from Gus Toon. He says, Bryce Huff played and made an immediate impact on Sunday against the Steelers. Why is it that the fans seem to know this was possible, but the coaching staff didn't? Also, who's worse, Vernon Gholston or Connor McDermott? So first part of this question, I think it's just a matter of what Luke Grant said on the show a couple of days ago. The coaching staff does not believe in Bryce Huff's ability to stop the run. They want to get guys here that are more complete, and so they were hesitant to make him active because he's so one-dimensional. But as you said, getting him on the field, you saw him get those pressures. He's an obvious third and long type of player. I know he's not complete, but getting to the passer is the most important thing that somebody at his position can do. And if he can help there, they've got to keep him active and get him more snaps. As far as who's worse, Vernon Gholston or Connor McDermott, let's put aside Connor McDermott's performance as an offensive lineman. He actually was much better than you would have expected against the Steelers. Not that he was good, but he wasn't as disastrous as you would have thought. Connor McDermott caught a touchdown pass last year. That alone is far better than anything Vernon Gholston ever did. You can bring up every single Jets draft pick ever, and I've had this discussion many times. There are plenty of guys like Johnny Lamb Jones who didn't work out, Roger Vick, Blair Thomas, the guy who is the biggest bust in the history of this franchise, and one of the biggest busts in the history of the NFL is Vernon Gholston. Picked 6th overall, literally did absolutely nothing. He was so bad that his rookie year, if he hadn't been the 6th overall pick, he wouldn't even have made the roster. Was never a rosterable caliber player, and when you pick a guy like that at number 6 overall, it's straight up embarrassing. You can talk all you want to about guys like Jamarcus Russell, but Jamarcus Russell at least had some good games. Vernon Gholston didn't really even have any good plays. He was awful. So as bad as Connor McDermott is, nobody will ever hold a candle to Vernon Gholston when you consider the combination of where he was picked and how little he contributed. Because you can bring up somebody like Christian Hackenberg, but he was just a dart throw quarterback in the second round. Vernon Gholston was the 6th overall pick, expected to be a franchise changer, and he was an absolute waste.
Yeah, you guys are wrong for even trying to compare Connor McDermott to Vernon Gholston. That's so mean, man. But I mean, hey, I get it. We're frustrated with McDermott right now. It seems like the spot that's really holding us back in a lot of ways. So I get it. But man, no, absolutely not. Vernon Gholston is worse. As for Bryce Huff, I mean, I think that fans have a more positive view, I guess, of his potential. And it's unfortunate from the fan side to see that. But, I mean, hey, his deal's up next year. He's a young guy. Maybe he's just not fitting in what they're looking for. And if they play him on the right snaps, like Scott, you were saying, like if he's a third and long guy, then put him out there then. But to not dress him feels a little wrong given how much he has contributed over the years. I mean, like he had some breakout games that made people a fan of his. Like people wouldn't be advocating for somebody who they didn't enjoy watching play to be out on the field. So it's too bad for him, but hopefully it doesn't seem like he's got a future in New York. So hopefully there's somewhere out there that wants to utilize him for the skill set that he does have, because it's not that he's not a talented guy.
Next question comes in from Joshua Tanimine. He asks, seeing what we've seen from GENO Smith this season, should the Jets have kept him?
These questions are just something today.
I understand the sentiment here, but realistically, if you go back and watch Geno, there were moments where you could see glimpses, but overall, he was just a really poor decision maker, couldn't read a defense, and ultimately, there was no way you could have foreseen him being a quality starting quarterback in the NFL. Now, we'll see. It's only been a quarter of the season. Is he going to be able to keep this up? Maybe he's just a really late bloomer. But even the Giants gave him a chance. He's had chances to spot start. And until now, he just never put it all together. If you watch him so far this season, the pre-snap recognition is just light years ahead of anything we saw here with the Jets. He's not making the mistakes that he made when he was here. He's taking what the defense is giving him. It's just a very different quarterback. So you want to talk about hindsight being 2020. It's really tough to say that the Jets should have kept GENO Smith. It seemed pretty obvious that the Jets needed to move in another direction in the long term. Unfortunately, that direction ended up being Sam Darnold, and that didn't work out either. But I can't really condemn the Jets for not keeping GENO Smith, because nobody in their right mind would have thought that he'd have the top passer rating in the NFL after 4 weeks of the 2022 season back in 2013 and 2014 when he was making so many mistakes.
Yeah, gosh, that was like 8 seasons ago. I mean, there's no way to foresee that coming. Obviously, there's a lot going on. And who knows, maybe it was just like he wasn't there yet at a personal professional level, but because obviously there was a lot of drama surrounding Geno's exit and all of that. But I think that maybe he just found the spot for him. He's grown up. He's a pro now. It is what it is. But you certainly can't look back at someone that left 8 years ago and feel some type of way about it. I mean, I don't lose sleep over Geno Smith. I do lose sleep over Demario Davis.